at these. Foxglove Camelots. And now that it's finally warming up this spring, I'm gonna get these in the ground. So. Hi there, Prairie Plant Girl here. Today I'm going to be planting out these gorgeous foxglove. This is a Camelot Mix Foxglove that I grew from seed. I planted these. Hi Buster. Hi Buster. I planted these inside my house on February 28th. I believe I have a video on that, so I'll put a link to it in the description down below. And they grew on in my house for many months until they came outside here about a month and a half ago. Foxglove are fairly cold tolerant, but we've had a very, very cold spring. So I've been keeping them in my cold frame. And now it's finally starting to warm up, and the forecast just shows warmer temperatures day and night for the foreseeable future. So I think we're finally safe to put these out. They've grown to a beautiful size, and they're getting really nice and full, and I'm really excited to get them planted. Camelot Foxglove get about 3 to 4 feet tall and about 24 to 30 inches wide, and they bloom in a mix of beautiful creams and lavenders and soft pinks, and I think they'll just be beautiful in this area here. They're supposed to really attract hummingbirds with their long tubular flowers, and this is my pollinator garden just off behind my shoulder here, and it swoops around into this other flower bed. Now, one thing to note is I do live in growing zone 3, and these are probably usually only considered to be hardy to zone 4. So there's a chance if we get a mild winter that these will overwinter for me this year into next, but more than likely they will not. And so one of the benefits of the Camelot Foxglove is they are supposed to bloom on the first year. They're also supposed to be beautiful cut flowers, so I'm excited to try them. So this space behind me is where I'm going to put them. So I'm going to bring you in and we'll have a closer look at it. So in this space starting over here, I have a lot of tulips right now, but there'll be some Monarda and some lilies, and there's some heuchera there. There's some salvia and Joe Pye, Maltese cross. There's lots of great flowers that will come into bloom just around that fountain there as the season progresses. And then along this area here, this fence has trellises with clematis planted along them and sweet peas. And you can see there's kind of some conduit along the fence there, and that just got installed last fall, so I could have some outlets out here, but it's kind of not a very attractive thing. So I think what I want to do, this cord out of here, this cord will get buried. I'm not sure I'm going to keep this fountain here. The tree's really dropping in and causing me trouble with the fountain, so I'm just trying it out. So I haven't buried the cord yet, but if I keep it, this will get covered up. But what I'd like to do is bring the foxglove starting kind of back in the back here. So they'll start in behind this obelisk here that has some lilies, shorter lilies planted under it. I'll put one back here. There's a little bit of turtle's head, but it hasn't done very well there, so I don't expect it to be really in the way. So I'll put a foxglove back here. It'll kind of fill in this area here. I'm going to stick one in back here. This is some liatris. So it's nice spiky, but it's a little bit of a different kind of texture and spike, and these nice fine leaves. And then we'll put the foxglove with its big, thick, kind of soft leaves in behind it, and they have different bloom spikes. I think it'll look really nice, and it'll give some shade and protection to the clematis, which likes to have its face in the sun and its feet in the shade, so it'll be nice there. And then I think I'll stick another one in kind of back on the other side of the clematis there, and that'll be 3 over here. I might try and pop one up at the front here, and that'll be 4, and I might see if I can stick a couple more in another spot. So we'll see what I'm gonna get fit in here, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I wound up getting all 6 in here. I decided, because more than likely these are just going to be growing as annuals for me here, they're probably not going to get to their complete full spread at this point. So I tucked them just a little bit closer than that. I have them about 18 inches apart. So that should be all right. And if it turns out that they're really overcrowding each other, I can pull them up, especially if they overwinter. I can pull them up and I can always move some later on. But I started out with putting this one back here. And like I said, there is some turtle's head planted back there, but it has struggled. It hasn't really done much for me, and I have some in another part of the yard. So I decided to just go ahead and put it right in that same spot, and we'll see how that works out. Then I just brought another one just over a little bit and forward a little bit, just so it wasn't all in a straight row. And I decided to put one kind of on this side of the trellis here, and then I moved back a little bit, put one more at the corner of that other trellis there, and I came up and popped one up here kind of next to this dwarf Alberta spruce. And there's a couple of alliums here, but only this one's really matured enough that it's going to be doing much, and it will be doing its thing and then dying back as we get more into summer. And the irises are almost done their show, and they'll be dying back, and there's nothing else in there, so that'll fill that in. And then back more towards the fence, kind of tucked in there, is one more. And then I decided to go around the spruce and just tuck one more around the other side there, just to kind of bring this whole drift around the other way there. So I think that'll look really nice when they settle in and start to put on more growth, and we get those bloom stalks, those tall bloom stalks coming up. And I can't wait to be able to cut a few for in some bouquets to put in my house. So I'm really excited to see these grow, and I have seeds left, so hopefully they do really well for me. It'd be great to see them over winter, but if they don't, I'll be able to grow more for next year. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Buster, you just wanted to have some cuddles, did you? Did you just want some cuddles? You just want scratches. You just want scratches.